Hey everybody, Mark here with Trophy Trail Outdoors. Guys, I wanted to show you the biggest rack that we ever grew on our whitetail deer farm before we shut it down. Everybody, you look at this and a lot of the hunters are, first thing that comes out of their mouth is, you fed that deer steroids. There's no way a yearling buck grew a rack like that. There's no way, okay? Well, first off, you know, in the wild, most of the time, no. You're not gonna get, well, obviously you're not gonna get a yearling like this, okay? You're lucky to get a 3 or 4 year old like this. The one thing that everybody goes to and they think that they are going to grow a monster is food, okay? That is not the only thing that a whitetail needs, okay? But let's break down the food for a second, okay? Everybody says, well, what are you planting? What are you planting? Okay, well, deer don't grow antlers, you know, the biggest part of their antlers in August, okay? Well, that's when most, I would say 90% of people are planting their food plots is in August. Deer start growing their antlers as soon as they lose them. So as soon as they lose them in January, all the warm days in between there and now, they're growing antler. It may be very, very little, but they're pushing, okay? And that's how you can get a deer like this at 180 inches at 1 year old in a deer, in a farm, okay? It doesn't have to be in a farm, and you're not gonna get this outside of farm, okay? But the number one thing that at Trophy Trail Outdoors, what we think is stress, okay? You gotta keep the stress off of them. But before we get to that, food, okay? Like I was saying, 90% of the people that are out there, I wanna make it clear, you know, you can say whatever you want, we did this, we did that, but if you're not planting until end of July and into August, you're not planting a food plot for the deer to eat. You're planting a kill plot for you to kill, okay? That's the biggest thing. We need to clear that up, because so many people get so jealous at people. You guys are probably jealous that we grew something like this. Like I said, the first thing out of most people's mouths is steroids. You doing this, you're doing that. That should be illegal. There's CWD. I mean, you jump to every extreme that you can possibly jump to. We've already shown that CWD wasn't because of deer farmers. It's made up. Okay, so that right there will back me in saying you guys will literally believe anything. Okay. And food is a gimmick that people push because they want you to think that you're actually doing something for the deer herd. Now, if you're planting 2, 3, 4, 5 acres and you're leaving it all stand, yes, you're helping them get through the winter. You are definitely helping them get through the winter. But if you're wanting to help a deer grow, you're wanting something like this, you got to plant in the very early spring. Okay. You got to start way back. Okay. You cannot say that you're growing stuff to grow big deer if you're planting it in July and August. That's a kill plot, okay? So now that we got that out of the way, you know what a kill plot is. That's what most 99% of people are planting. We go back to the stress, okay? This deer, I'll tell you how he became so big, okay? The feed, you guys wanna talk about feed? If a deer farmer told you that his feed cost him $20 to $30 per 50-pound bag, would you go and buy 500 pounds of that in the spring and feed it all year long? Because most people wouldn't. That's a lot of money. Why would we feed that? It's probably gonna be out in a few weeks, okay? Because you're not gonna feed that, you're not gonna grow this, okay? They feed these animals this to get them to where they will just be, I mean, I've seen 300, 400, 500-inch deer, okay? They're growing these deer that big for the simple fact of, yes, they are feeding the best feed, okay? Not only that, the stress is the biggest thing. That's what at Trophy Trail Outdoors, if you want to grow a big buck, we wholeheartedly believe that if you can keep the stress off of a deer, they already know where they're going to eat. They know that if they've got to walk 500 feet or if they've got to walk 2 miles, they know where the food's at. They know where they got to go. Okay, that's not stressful for them. They will walk out as far as they need to and lay down because that's where they want to lay. They know where they got to go later that evening to get more. Okay, they know where water is. That's not the stressful part, guys. The stressful part is the coyotes, the people that just let their dogs run wild. All of the different things, you going into your sanctuary or going into where your deer stand is for the first time. Even if it's not your sanctuary, let's say you haven't been in there for, 3 or 4 or 5 months, okay? 6 months, 8 months since last deer season, maybe rifle season. You haven't been in there, okay? Over that period of time, it has become a sanctuary, okay? And when you go in and you don't do anything for your scent, you don't prepare the right way, well, you're pushing all the deer out of your area, okay? So that's the biggest thing, okay? By the time you come back in August to plant your kill plot and all that stuff, once you've pushed them out, you don't have to worry about the growth on them because your neighbor has already helped you out with that. They're already grown pretty much as big as what they're gonna grow, okay? The thing you're trying to do is get them to come back. So, I mean, in my opinion, if you're trying to get something to come in and you're not wanting to push them out, don't even go in and plant the food plot because they're still going to be there. You just go in opening morning, okay? You're not growing a big deer, okay? And most likely, unless you're going in there a lot to water the food plot, you're not even growing a food plot. It's just going to be patches here and there. Deer don't care about patches, okay? 9 chances out of 10, the whole early part of deer season, like here in Missouri, they're eating acorns, okay? That's what they're eating. By the time they get to your food plot, it's already dead. So you have to think about, if you're wanting to grow a big deer like this, you got to start growing stuff in the early spring. That's when you got to start growing stuff. If you want to grow a deer like this, I recommend you supplemental feed, okay? Put something out in the spring. If it's not illegal, supplemental feed. If it is illegal, don't get caught, okay? So my biggest thing right now is it's almost deer season. What I would recommend for every single person out there that's getting ready to go out and screw up their spot for the rest of the season and then complain from January all the way up until August of next year that they didn't see a damn thing, is make sure you take a shower. Be scent free. You know, this is the first time that you can go into the woods. Make sure your hunting equipment and all of your stuff is clean and it's ready to go. Don't wear your regular clothes out. Wear your hunting gear, okay? If you wear your hunting gear out and you've done all your due diligence, you're gonna know that it's clean, they're not gonna smell me, I'm gonna get in, I'm gonna get out, I'm gonna put out my deer scent, I'm gonna make my mock scrapes, I'm gonna put out a camera on it, and you're gonna put out enough deer pee to where you do not have to go back for a couple weeks, okay? The objective is time, okay? You wanna be able to get in there as fast as you possibly can, get out as fast as you possibly can without spooking everything, and you wanna go in scent free. You wanna go in and make sure that you take everything in. If you gotta do stand stuff, take it with you. If you gotta do, scent stuff, take it with you. You're putting out your scent rope, put out your scent rope. You putting out a little bag of mineral or something like that, one of our hanging bags. Put it out. Put every single thing out that you need, okay? If you forget something, it's over. It's done. You screwed up. Don't go back out and put it out again, okay? Put your camera where it needs to be, and there you go. You will see everything that is possible for you to see, okay? What you haven't ran out of the area because you screwed up on something will come back. And if you're putting a tractant out, if it's legal in your area, you're gonna be able to see it. But do not go in just wearing everyday clothes or anything like that. You guys, you got to be scent free. You want to kill an animal. I'm not even talking about a big buck. I'm just talking about a doe, okay? Because 9 chances out of 10, every single person gets blown away by a doe every single year. And it's just simple, stupid shit, okay? So if you want to grow them like this, guys, do what we said. If you have any questions, please answer them or ask them in the comments. I will get to you. I will answer your comments. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, it really helps us out. We really need everybody that we can to subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions about Trophy Trail Outdoors or any of our products, we're on Shopify now. We appreciate everybody that has watched our videos and continues to watch our videos. Please go to Instagram, Facebook,